Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are unraveling the striking contradictions of one of Africa's most cinematic predators. I want you to picture a creature that looks like it belongs on a high-fashion runway, yet thrives in the brutal, unforgiving environment of the African savanna. Okay, let me ask you a question. What bird wears black shorts, rocks these elegant long eyelashes, and literally stomps cobras to death? It sounds completely made up, right? Like a riddle. But no, this isn't a mythical beast. It's a very real, highly evolved raptor roaming the grasslands south of the Sahara. Meet the Secretarybird. Standing over 4 feet tall, it is a gorgeous walking contradiction. It's got the fierce body of an eagle, but then it has these incredibly long, slender legs like a crane. It's actually the only member of its specific biological family, so its profile is completely unmistakable. It can weigh up to 10 pounds with a massive wingspan of over 6.5 feet. But get this, thanks to its hollow bones, it stays light enough to soar up to 10,000 feet in the air. Section 1. Beauty and the beak. Let's start by looking at this magnificent, almost comical elegance before we reveal its deadly secret. Because when you first look at a secretary-bird, lethal assassin probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. It sports this distinctive black plumage on its upper legs that honestly makes it look exactly like it's wearing a pair of old-school gym shorts. It is seriously dressed for a retro workout. And if you look closely at its face, right by that striking bare patch of orange or red skin, you'll see those beautiful, prominent eyelashes. But those aren't just for show. They're actually modified feathers perfectly designed to keep dust and dirt out of its eyes as it tramples through the dry grass. Section 2. Anatomy of an assassin. Let's see how this builds from a beautiful facade into a high-octane snake hunting machine. Because those incredibly long legs aren't just for strutting, they are highly specialized, lethal weapons. To really get this, we've got to look at the data. In a fascinating biomechanics study by Royal Holloway, researchers worked with a captive 24-year-old male secretary bird named Madeline. They actually trained Madeline to aggressively strike a rubber snake on a force plate so scientists could finally measure exactly what happens when this bird goes in for the kill. And the sheer physics of this attack? Absolutely mind-bending. The researchers found that the bird's kick delivers a peak force of 5.1 times its own body weight. To put that into perspective, that is roughly 44 pounds of pressure stomping directly onto a snake's head. And unlike an owl that uses the gravity of a downward flight to build momentum, the secretary bird generates this massive force from a complete standstill. It just accelerates its leg and snaps it down with pure muscle power. Oh, and it happens unbelievably fast. To avoid the venomous fangs of something like a puff adder or a cobra, the foot is only in contact with the snake for 15 milliseconds? 15! That is quite literally faster than the blink of a human eye. And crucially, it's way faster than a snake can even react to bite back. So the crazy part is that this strike happens faster than the bird's own nervous system can process through touch. It relies entirely on what scientists call a feed-forward targeting mechanism. Basically, because its legs are so long, a sensory signal from the foot wouldn't reach the brain in time to adjust the kick. So the bird has to visually lock onto the target, calculate the trajectory, and execute the strike flawlessly. It's an absolute masterclass in evolution and biomechanical engineering. Section 3. Solving the name mystery. So, how did such an incredible biomechanical badass end up with an office job title like secretary? That's a great question, and it takes us right into a really fun historical debate. There are 3 completely different leading theories here. The most popular one suggests that the black crest feathers on the back of its head reminded 18th century Europeans of scribes or secretaries who kept quill pens tucked behind their ears. Then you have another theory arguing it was just a Dutch mistranslation, farmers calling the bird a secretarius instead of Sagittarius, meaning archer. And finally, some scholars point to the Arabic phrase saker et tyre, meaning hunter bird, which the French then mispronounced. The definitive truth is lost to history, but honestly, the mystery just adds to the bird's allure. But regardless of its common name, its Latin scientific name perfectly captures its true spirit, Sagittarius serpentarius, the archer of snakes. It's such a fitting nod to those arrow-like feathers sticking out of its crest, looking just like an archer's quiver, and of course, referencing its legendary diet of venomous reptiles. Section 4. A monogamous wanderer. Beyond the lethal strikes and the naming debate, the daily life of this terrestrial raptor is incredibly grounded. Despite being amazing flyers with that massive wingspan, they strongly prefer to walk. A secretary bird will patrol its territory on foot, hiking anywhere from 12 to 18 miles, that's up to 30 kilometers, every single day. Just marching at a steady pace through the grass, stomping on brush to flush out rodents, insects, hares, and reptiles. But they aren't just relentless hunters, they are also tender romantics. Secretary birds are strictly monogamous and mate for life. Their courtship is this beautiful, delicate, multi-step process. They do these high-altitude soaring and diving displays, followed by a crane-like ground dance with their wings fully outstretched. And they finish by gracefully bowing to one another to solidify their lifelong bond. Together, they build these massive nests, sometimes over 5 feet wide, right at the top of flat, thorny acacia trees. Section 5. Protecting the snake archer. Unfortunately, the story of this elegant executioner faces a very tragic modern reality. See, these birds provide immense value to local communities. They act as highly effective natural pest control, clearing agricultural fields of crop-destroying rodents and venomous snakes. But in stark contrast to the benefits they provide, their open grassland habitats are rapidly vanishing. Overgrazing removes the cover that their prey needs, leaving the landscape barren of food, while encroaching human development is pushing them entirely out of their historic territories. Because of this rapid, devastating environmental change, the IUCN has officially updated their status. This severe loss of habitat has pushed this highly evolved predator onto the endangered list, putting its long-term survival in serious jeopardy. Organizations are stepping up to study their genetics and track their populations, but the window to act is narrowing fast. The secretary bird represents a unique branch of the evolutionary tree. I mean, it's a masterclass in biomechanics, adaptation, and ecological balance. But it forces us to ask, how many millions of years of evolution are we willing to let disappear under the tread of human expansion? We have to figure out how to preserve this marvel. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer to explore the incredible world of the secretary bird.